Hi crafters, welcome to our April craft event, which will be wind chimes. Some tools that you may need for this are some strength, little muscle. You might need a pencil as well. Other than that, just some time. Take some time to do this one. It is a little bit more complicated than some of the other crafts that we've done, but I think that the end result will be really gratifying. Okay, so in your packages, you have a lot of different materials. The first one I want you to take out is your yellow sheet of paper. Cut out the circle, and that's what you're going to need to get started. Mine is white to make it easier for you to see. So once you cut out your circle, take your round, okay? And then you're also going to need these. You have several of these in the little bags like this. Go ahead and take one of these out. Line up your circle. Now I'm sure you're looking at this like, how come your star is facing down? Well, I did that because we have a 5 chime and I want that pentagram sort of pattern on mine. If you don't want to do that, you could, certainly any way you turn it, it's going to be very, very similar. But for the sake of the arrangement of our chimes, I'm going to do mine this way. So you can also notice the circles here are representative of tubes, and there's a dot in the middle. And that's where you could, if you had larger tubes, put your eyelet. Our tubes are smaller, so I brought mine in to the line. I'll move it up so you can see. This is the tube original placement. I just moved it to the line since our tubes are smaller, and it allows our knocker to hit them more often. This center spot is for the knocker. So what I recommend doing is taking your eyelet, putting it on the hole, I just marked with my pencil, and twisting it to fix it or make a spot for it. Do that for all 5 of your chimes. So take your eyelet, push it into the hole to mark the spot. After you do all 5 of those plus the center, you can take off your template and you can finish pushing in the eyelets to make all your spots. When you're done, it should look like this. So you can see that. Okay, so I have my 5 eyelets for my chimes, as well as my center that will hold my knocker and my wind sail. Next, you need to do the other side. So take your template again, and this is going to be for hanging your wind chime. You also have on this template 3 red dots, and that's for that's for your hanger. I love this template because it's really easy to understand. I know there's a lot of different colored dots, but it's very simple. Wind chime, small circles, knocker in the middle, right? And then 3 red dots for your hanger. Do the same thing you did for the other side. Take your eyelets, make impressions where the 3 red dots are, 2 and 3, okay? Take your template off and then continue to work these eyelets in. Now I could have pre-drilled these holes, but honestly the wood is soft enough. Just give it a little pressure and it'll go right in, okay? So now you have those 3. You can see that. So you have 3 on one side, that'll be for your hanger, and then the other side you have 6. And that's for your wind chimes and your wind sail and knocker. So the next thing we can do, obviously the easiest part is to do the hanger. I might recommend doing your hanger first, hang it up onto something, and then work on the bottom, okay? Obviously for the sake of this video, I can't do that, but attach your hanger. That's my recommendation. Attach your hanger to your eyelets. Very simple. Hang it up and then work on the bottom with it hanging. It'll make your life a lot easier. I ended up working on mine outside. Okay, so you don't need your template anymore. It's literally, that's the easiest part, right? So you mark your holes, you push them in, you have your 6 on this side. So we're gonna go ahead and start by attaching our knocker, and then we'll do our chimes. So your short string is gonna be for your knocker and for your wind sail. Go ahead and tie a double knot. If you know any fancier knots, hey, go for it. I'm just gonna do a simple double. Okay, so now I have the string attached to the center point. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna attach your knocker. Pass it through the center of your bead 1 time, like that, and then loop it back around to the center again. This allows you to adjust your knocker anytime you need to after you put in your chimes. So there we go. It's not permanently affixed, but you can tighten it and that way it won't move anymore. Gives you flexibility to change your strike zone. Okay, last you're gonna wanna attach your wind sail. You've got a small hole at the top. You can see that, small hole. Just string it through and tie a double knot. Okay, so I should add that if you would like to include the vinyl that was in your bags, the Athena shield, if you would like to include that, put that on there first before you finish this process. It'll just make it easier for you. I've chosen, just for the sake of this video, not to attach mine, but I will have it on mine. I think it's just a nice add-on. But anyway, so attach the Athena shield first before you attach your wind sail. Okay, so now we have that attached and it's time to do our chimes, which is really exciting. I'm gonna clean up my space here a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's take our long string, and I have written a pattern on mine, and you can do yours just in order of size. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It depends on really the sound that you're hoping to achieve. I like this pattern that I found. It's 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. Sorry if this video seems a little choppy. I realized things as I was recording, and I was like, oh no, I need to go back and show them how to do this. So I just want to show you how to put the vinyl, your stickers that you received, on the rounds, on your wind catcher. So you have your paper here, and it has the transfer tape on the front. So I'm just going to slowly peel away. Some of you have used the vinyl with me several times on projects. I love vinyl. It's a simple, quick way to add a personal touch to anything you do. So peel that backing away. Center it on your page, or sorry, on your wind catcher here. Okay, I think that's about centered. You can see that. Okay, I've got a pair of scissors. I'm just going to use that to push down. Wood is finicky. It doesn't always like to take vinyl, so I recommend doing this with a little caution here. Here comes my toddler. And then slowly peel your transfer tape away. There you go. If you have any poly, I recommend giving this a nice spray to seal it in. So when it's outside in the weather, it'll last you a little while. Get a nice seal on it. I've got some spray poly, so if you don't have any, I'd be more than happy to bring it by for you to borrow to seal yours. I didn't want to put these on everybody's just in case it wasn't what you wanted for yours. Hi, sweetie. Oh, thank you. Can you say hi? I'm recording. Thanks. She says hi. All right, so I'm just gonna do the same thing for the reverse side. And yeah, oops, I didn't quite push that good enough, but it's okay. She's gonna stay, and there you go. So you have your Athena shield for both sides. Now, because this is on here, we're just using this for our own personal use. Please try not to sell these because we're not trademarked. So for personal use only, if you do decide to get rid of them, just make sure that you don't include the Athena shield on them. Enjoy. Okay, so 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. So that what that means is the length of your tubes. 1 being the shortest, 5 being the longest. So I'm going to take 3, and then it'll be 1, and then 4, 2, 5. Okay, so that means that 3 will be here, 1 will be here, 4, 2, and 5. Okay, here we go. So I have mine hanging, and we are going to attempt to put on our chimes. I'm going to start here in the back. Let's start over here. Okay, I'm going to take my string through once. Okay, and then I'm going to come back the same direction and take it through a second time. All right, and then I can just take all that excess off, and I'm just going to use a piece of tape to secure this while we're working. If you have a second set of hands, ask that second set of hands to hold on to this piece of string for you. If you don't have a second set of hands, maybe use a piece of tape like I am, okay? I'm going to start with number 3. The reason I did that is because I don't want the string to come loose and unravel, and then all my chimes are going to fall out when I get to the end, which is why this is take number like 11. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, this is not my first take on this. I have made these already. So I made one, I left it outside for about a week, wanted to make sure the ties were good, the method was good, we had some windy days, and everything was fine. And so I took mine apart so we could do this tutorial and I could show you guys how I did it. And so when I did mine, I do believe I did it upside down. I know it sounds strange, but I fixed the chimes upside down and then was able to play with them that way. But for the sake of the video, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing very well if I did it upside down. So we're going to try to do it this way. It's just a little trial and error. Luckily, I don't have like a bloopers reel or anything you guys would see every single time I'm doing one of these crafts. Like, you know, if you're stumbling, trust me, I stumbled too. Had many takes and refilming. Okay, so I've just been going through the hole of the chime and then going through the eyelet once. Isn't that pretty? Okay, going through the eyelet once and then go through the eyelet again, same direction. All right, here we go. Last piece. Fingers crossed. This is where it keeps falling out. Okay, so put it in the hole, and then I'm going to gently untape that. There we go. I got it, guys. Okay, and join your 2 ends just with a tie. Okay, and you can trim any excess. Oh, no. No! I'm not quick enough. That's the problem I keep having. I'm not quick enough. So let's get this guy in here again. Luckily, we didn't lose all of them. We just lost one. This is probably going to happen to you a couple times. Just be prepared for it. Yeah, that's why it was easy to do it upside down. I wish I could do it upside down and it would still show on the camera, but it won't. So, so I'm just tying these 2 ends together with a nice knot. Simple knot. Like I said, if you know some cool fisherman knots or anything like that, nautical knots that hold really well, do those. That could be a nice detail. I don't know any of those. I just know a simple knot. There we go. Okay. So now you can adjust these. And like I said, I like mine to be a middle strike zone. So that means it would hit in the middle of each one of these chimes. So then this one needs to come up a little bit. And you can choose to have all of them even, right? So they could all be the same length at the top. And then it would strike in a different area in each. Depending on how you want to do that is going to dictate the sound that you achieve. Okay, which is really neat, I think. So like this one I want to be up higher. That one can be lower. And then this one needs to be a little higher. This one needs to be lower. And you can just adjust it, right? And so this one would be your highest one because it's your longest one. And then from there you can take this up. Okay. And there you go. I'm going to trim my string. Okay. Very good. And there's your wind chime. Go hang it outside. Enjoy it. And listen to the beautiful creation. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, just send me a message and I'd be more than happy to work you through it.